before any idea of self-inquiry, internal investigation, external investigation, matters not really. Before this takes place, there has to be a driving force. Now that doesn't mean it has to be you, the driving force. The driving force can come from some other area of consciousness that wants something to happen to try and understand what the problem is with the one that's going to have to self-inquire. So you cannot say after this revelation of reality, of truth, you cannot say after that there was a you doing it or there was something else doing it. There was a combination of events, a combination of, like before you play the game of chess, you have to take all the pieces out and place them on their relevant places on the board. And that's what it's like. It's like you have the board, but you don't have any pieces to play. And if you did, you wouldn't know what order to put them in. So something places the pieces on the board in preparation for what's going to take place. And there's no understanding on why it's taking place. There's a you appearing as a person, as a mind, and you think, well, life is the same as every other one, you know, trying to fit in, trying to, you know, be successful, trying to be good, always erring for the side of good, always erring for the side of the way that I have been conditioned into my mind's way of thinking what life should be like. But knowing that it's not all about me, it's about the others. So you have to try and shuffle the idea of what you would like your life to be, but with a relationship of following that what others would like to see you as. So for myself, I didn't fit in. I couldn't fit in to the other's world, and I couldn't fit into my world. And that was the reason all this takes place, is to say, well, okay, let's look at this. Let's inquire about this. Let's look internally. Let's look at where you arose from, your original birthplace. Let's look at the journey that you came on. Let's look at all the things that you believe, your mind believes, cannot portray any input, any information towards this. You've just taken the life of what you were when you were a child into now. You've forgotten about all the other past experiences, that wisdom, that truth that you truly are. So let's look, let's inquire, let's question. Let's shut this external world down. Let's slow the thoughts down. Let's give yourself some space. Let life reveal to you. You simply watch the movie screen and see what unfolds. We do that anyway on our human life. We watch that damn television every day and we think it's nothing to do with me. It's all about that is taking place, that I have no connection with. But when you observe your own screen, your own existence, your own journey, your own beingness, your own profoundly whole consciousness, you realize that you are the screen, and you're that what is taking place on the screen, and you're that what is observing that what is taking place on the screen. You are the audience, you are the actor, and you are the stage. And then you move away from that because that's discovered as not acceptable in a human world, and it's another concept. And the final scene is basically a witnessing, an awareness, a presence, a momentary glimpse. And it can be in anything. It can be in the concept of, I have an idea that I don't fit in. And very suddenly, or very slowly, or very quickly, it matters not how you describe it, you realize it's the idea of not fitting in that I don't fit into. It's not the fitting in, it's the idea. There's nothing to fit in. There's nowhere to go. If you're infinite space, where do you fit into? There's nothing to fit into. You're infinite, boundless space. Appearing as a body that appears to have a mind, that appears to not think that it's relevant or that it fits into this world in a particular way. But there's no particular way, you see. Every way is the way. Every single way is the way. So if you see a man in the middle of the city doing cartwheels up and down the middle of the street, that's his way. But we want to judge and put a hold on his way and say, you're going to get hurt. The cars can't get past. It's not all about you. And he continues to cartwheel. And there's nothing you can do. We are monkeys wanting to climb trees. We are fish wanting to swim in the ocean. We came from an animal product. We each came from a different species. Yet we all appear in the same human form with little different qualities. And we all appear as if we have to behave exactly like everyone else. There's nothing to fit into. Whatever you do in your daily life is absolutely okay. Unless you're committing some offense, that you're encroaching the space of another being without their permission. You're incurring harm on bodies, or you're manipulating, or whatever. And not many are doing this, but the television screen will show that there are billions doing this. But you forget about that screen, and you look at your own screen. You take the opportunity of consciousness in life and say, okay, I'm ready to inquire. What do I do? And consciousness will say, well, okay, let's look at I first. Let's look at that, what it wants to do, or feels it has to do. Now let's look at you. And consciousness emerges in your being, and then it takes place of what you are, and it says, okay, now I don't have to look at you, because I am you. And now we have to look at me. And through me, I will show you the way. I am the way, says consciousness. And then all is revealed. That everything that you thought was true are concepts. Everything that consciousness shows you, more concepts. The final, or the point of the whole experience of self-inquiry is to realize that everything is concept. Everything is thought. Everything is concept. All except I. Who is I? What is I? Discover I. Discover life. Life as it is. No one fitting in, nothing to fit into. All inclusive. Always. In all ways. Pure, undiluted. conscious life that I